Bruce Lee, the Bruce Lee of the muskie rod.
Ah! Our first New Brunswick Muskie, buddy.
They're here. They are here. That's what we come to New Brunswick for, isn't it?
Yep. Look at the size.
Life I love is fishing with my friends.
The Fishin' Canada Show, brought to you in part by Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram. Stearns, trusted on the water since 1952. Mercury Outboards, #1 on the water. And Outdoor Canada, Canada's only national fishing and hunting magazine.
On today's show, we're traveling to Atlantic Canada, chasing down a rumor that's been swirling around the fishing community for the last couple of years. Our destination is the St. John River in New Brunswick. But not for salmon, not for stripers, not even for smallies. Believe it or not, today we're in pursuit of muskie.
So when I first heard Angelo and the Fishin' Canada team was going to be coming to New Brunswick for muskie fishing, I was very excited. I knew they had been here for smallmouth bass and experienced how awesome that is here.
I think New Brunswick has smallmouth bass, Peter.
You figure?
Woo. I know they've done stripers. I know they've done tuna on the Maritimes.
We got him, we got him, we got him. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up.
That's a beefy fish, boys.
Yeah.
So I really I was hoping I could help add to that list of awesome experiences for the crew and really show them what our muskie fishing's all about here.
Not only are muskie not native to these waters, but most of the locals and some fisheries management officials actually see them as an invasive species.
The muskies got into the St. John River in the 1970s. From 1970 to 1979, approximately 6,000 muskie fingerlings were stocked into Lac Frontier in Quebec. That is in the very most northern headwaters of the St. John River.
From there, they made their way through the St. John River in Maine into the head ponds of New Brunswick, Beechwood Head Pond and Mactaquac Head Pond, which we're here fishing today.
The first muskie was collected at the Mactaquac Dam in 1988. Through the 90s, they continued to populate. About 2004 is when we've discovered that there's really good fishable populations of muskies throughout the river.
I guess you could say one man's trash is another man's treasure. Finding muskie in the St. John River is like finding gold in the Yukon.
Our biggest obstacle is just to change the perception in New Brunswick of muskies. There's a deep history in salmon and trout here, and people are always afraid of change and what the future may hold.
When they dammed the system up, the creation of these dams created these massive head ponds. We've really created a perfect ecosystem for muskies to thrive in. While it's hard for some of the old timers and the people that grew up here to kind of let go of the past and what used to be, those waters now are just not favorable for salmon. I just think the opportunity here for muskie is huge. We have a trophy fishery on our hands, and I think it'd be a shame not to embrace that.
Well, this is one old-timer who's ready and willing to embrace this exciting new fishing opportunity. For this expedition, I brought along my good friend and esteemed muskie expert, Steve Niedzwiecki, owner of the legendary Chaudiere Lodge on the French River.
As a lodge owner, I have guests that drive many, many miles to come with the expectation that they're going to catch muskie. And that's a great anxiety that I have in my real day life. And when Ange called me and said we were going to drive 12 hours to New Brunswick and we were going to catch some muskies, put them in a boat and make a show, that whole anxiety hit me even harder because I know it is extremely difficult to do something like that.
Everybody who's fished muskie knows they can humble you, knows that there can be some long days, lots of casts, lots of hours trolling with no answers. So obviously as a guide, I'm a little bit nervous that, hey, the fish may not cooperate, but that's just muskie fishing. I was just gonna do my best and show them everything I know. So got a variety of different baits here that we use here on the St. John River. The muskie's main forage here is gonna be Gaspereau, white perch, and white suckers. So white and silver, black back. This is really gonna imitate exactly what they're eating out there. We don't like to go too big as the bait fish here aren't too big, so we're not using the giant 14-inch, 15-inch lures, usually the 8 to 10-inch range.
So number one, and then all the rest are secondary.
That's right. Always start with your silver and white for sure.
Okay, cool.
Well, I think we have a big enough net.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's it feel?
Oh, it feels all right, man.
We were the best of friends, insisting that the river keep turning our way and our way on the road again.
I can't wait to get on the
Road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. Life I love is fishing with my friends.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, sometimes you get bobbing around on the water and things aren't going that well, and your mind just starts to travel. We're doing a trolling show, which is very difficult to do in the first place. So, you know, one thing I like to do is lighten up the mood.
Whoa. Will you stop it?
I'm practicing here.
Okay, get out.
See how quick that was? Just like that. And the Bruce Lee of the muskie rod. Stretching her out.
Get her set, boy.
Yep, that's a fish. Fish on.
Let me get mine in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's it feel?
Oh, it feels all right, man. That's what we come to New Brunswick for, isn't it? Oh, she's pulling good.
Okay.
There, nice little swirl. Nothing like catching muskies.
No matter where you are, huh?
No matter where you are.
Well, I think we have a big enough net.
That's good. Big net's important though, bud.
On the troll too, eh?
On
Kind
the
of
troll.
interesting. Do you do much trolling on the French?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
At this time of the year especially.
Yeah. There you go. Our first New Brunswick muskie, buddy.
Oh,
They're here!
they are here. Keep that.
That's a pretty little fish, eh?
It is so.
Stocky little guy.
There. I'll let him fall back into that net. You get that net down there.
Get over here.
There we go.
Nice work, brother.
Boy.
There you
There
go.
we go.
He's a chunky little guy, isn't he?
Oh, isn't he a chunky little fella? Look at this guy. I referred to it as a little guy, but you know something? On this body of water, that's a great fish. And really on any body of water. When you're talking about a fish that's over 3 feet long, it's a great fish anywhere. Oh, yes.
Nice.
Look at that guy right there.
First New Brunswick muskie.
First New Brunswick muskie. And you know what? They are so healthy and pretty looking.
That is
I'll tell you what.
Nice light color.
It is so.
Cool. All
Yeah.
right, good start.
Beautiful way to start, buddy. I'll just get him back in the water.
I think we over netted him. I think net might be a little big for that guy.
There we go.
Neat color though, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
There you go,
Bye-bye.
buddy.
Good stuff, buddy.
That's a rip, buddy.
Yep. Yep. Look at this thing.
Look at that
Oh
wee
my
fella.
God.
While the muskie has taken over the position as the apex predator in these waters, they aren't completely without danger, and it comes in the form of man and some narrow-minded thinking.
The province of New Brunswick and the government, they do not allow muskie to pass through the dam. At the dams, they have collection facilities where fish are sorted, Atlantic salmon, etc.
To the best of my knowledge, the migrating fish at the dams are lifted up in an elevator and dumped into a truck full of water. Blueback herring, salmon, and Gasbro get dumped above the dam into the head pond. All other fish get shipped to a sorting facility below the dam. At this sorting facility, all native fish are re-released into the water. All invasive species are destroyed, and currently muskies are considered an invasive species.
Coming from one of the best muskie places on the planet, the French River, and being a person who makes my living on marketing and revering muskie, here in New Brunswick, when I got here and found out they were considered an invasive species, blew my mind. Blew my mind.
It's no longer a salmon river, as I mentioned before. So unfortunately, we lost the rich history. We lost what we once have here. And by some miracle, we've almost been given a chance at another trophy fishery. Muskies are a destination fish. Anyone who's been out there and held one or fished for one and felt that tug can really appreciate, you know, what they can do. I think the province really needs to look at, you know, the benefits not only to the fishery, but, you know, even the economical growth we could see through a fishery like this on such an awesome piece of water too.
That's a rip, buddy.
Yep. Yep. Put her in neutral.
Got it.
Well, that was a gentle rip if I ever saw one. Oh, he's on. No, he's on. He's on. No, it's got to be off.
Maybe I've got you.
Yeah, it's got to be.
No, I'm in.
He's off. That was a weird rip, though. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like,
Oh, yeah.
Nothing there, buddy.
Well, we'll call that one a log.
A twig, tree, something.
Oh, no, you got
It's
a
a
fish
fish. Look at this thing. Oh,
that big
my
fella.
God. Holy moly.
You want me to grab the net?
No. We'll let him go at the boat. Oh, he's done like dinner, eh? That might be the smallest muskie I've seen in a long time.
Well, it's, you know what? It says great things about the fishery.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
I should be able to let him loose right there at the boat.
The St. John River, I found, is a great young fishery. The French River is an old fishery. These fish are young and they have the potential of being great. There we go. And he's
See ya.
off.
Coming at you. Look at the size.
Today's Muskie Show took place on the St. John River in the province of New Brunswick. To get there, Steve and I drove eastward on Highway 401 to Highway 20 in Quebec. We next turned southeast on Highway 30, which eventually joined back with Highway 20. Then we went south on 185, which turns into 85 and then joins Highway 2. We then got off on Highway 550 east and arrived at the town of Woodstock, located right on the St. John River.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
Right there. They're following that bait around, man.
Absolutely they are. How's she feel?
Hard to tell with these guys. He's swimming towards us, so this is going to be a great fishery, you know. Give this another few years and people catch on to this muskie fishing down here.
100%.
Woo!
And Ange, you know, the one thing that you need for a great muskie fishery is a great forage base.
Oh, they've
And
got
those
it. They've got
Gasbro,
it. Oh,
I'm telling you, there are clouds of bait like I haven't seen in a long time in this
yeah, they
river.
got tons of food, eh? Tons of food, and it's the type of food that makes these fish grow fast and fat.
100%.
Now, apparently these things are, somebody was saying that they're at least 10%, maybe 15% fatter than the average muskie because of that forage base. So
that's awesome. Well, let's see how much of a fatty this one is. I just saw a glimpse, but
you got a bit of weight to them.
yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
that's
it
a big
is. That's a
fish.
beautiful
That's a big
fish, bud.
Woo.
That is a great
That
fish
is
for
a
this
big
water,
fish.
bud. Look at that. That's a, you know what?
That's a beauty.
That is a fantastic fish in any
water.
Any water, bud.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
look at that
the
truck.
size of that thing.
Look at that truck.
Okay, coming at you.
Get her around.
Coming at you. Look at the size of that thing.
That is a
That's
truck.
a fatty right there.
That is a
Holy
truck.
Mackerel.
Nice job,
You
Ange.
get the
And
pliers.
look at how fat it is.
That is fat.
When I first saw that big fish, there was no doubt in my mind that it was a tank. It was huge. It's something that you see on some of the best waters in the world, including the French. She's still full of life,
Oh yeah.
being in that net.
Holy shoot.
Look at that fat fish. Wow.
See the gut on that, eh?
That
That's
is
fantastic. That's New Brunswick Muskie, believe it or not. They are here. Holy mackerel. That's fantastic. Okay, baby, you're going back in. What a gorgeous looking fish in terms of color too, eh, Steve?
Oh, it's beautiful. Wow. It is beautiful and fat. That's the thing I love about it.
And that's
They're fat.
eating Gaspro.
Okay, get right over there and get that fish released in there. Set her down, grab her by the tail, and then get a nice tail splash.
There she is. Wow. That is spectacular, man. There you go.
Right on the minor too, eh?
Right on the minor. Perfect time. It was almost over though. That red that you see in this fish, by the way, is something that's pretty characteristic to most muskie and not many other game fish. And that is when they put up a fight, that lactic acid that builds up manifests itself in all of the little red blotches that you see on this. Generally, when you hold them in the water for a while, just before they're ready to go, the blotches will almost start disappearing. Wow, what a thrill. A whole new fishery is just opening up down here. And this is going to open up a whole new industry for sport anglers from all over the world. I mean, this is probably the second or third most sought after game fish on the planet. And people will travel anywhere to get a fish like this.
In 2018, we'll have a national event through Muskies Canada where anyone's invited from across Canada and even Muskies Inc. Down in the US. We'd love to see as much participation as we could possibly have.
So we're going to be inviting muskie nuts from across North America, and we're looking forward to getting the details out there soon. And if you stay tuned to your Muskies Inc. magazines, your Muskies Canada's magazines, and forums, you'll see lots of details coming out.
It's going to become a muskie mecca. Here we go. Bye-bye.
There she goes.
Wow.
See you later.
See you, buddy.
What a fish, brother. That's what we come to New Brunswick for, eh? Yes.
Oh.
I know that there's huge potential, and this very well could turn into the next French River. Being here now for the first time has shown me a beautiful province, great people, and excellent fishing. It's whet my appetite, and I will be back.
Well, my friends, it's that time again.
On the road again.
I just can't wait to get on the
Road again.
Today's hotspot is a break line on the edge of the main channel in New Brunswick's St. John River. The waypoint on your screen will get you right there. We trolled a lot of this river using the sonar features of our Garmin, looking for schools of Gaspro, the maritime version of alewife and blueback herring. This particular hotspot, for some reason, had the highest concentration of stationary bait out of everywhere we fished. By running various trolling passes in this area and using the tracks feature on our GPS, we can ensure that all possible fish holding areas would be covered. Remember, muskie are a peculiar creature. Try hitting them from different angles, vary your trolling speeds, and change your baits if nothing is happening. For more hotspots like this one, visit fishingcanada.com.
The Fishin' Canada Show, brought to you in part by Coleman, the Outdoor Company, Cooper Tires, Princecraft Boats, dominate the waters, and Garmin.
Closed captioning for this episode is brought to you by fishingcanada.com, the gateway to your next fishing adventure.